Hey everybody, it's me, Remy, the comic book poser. I'm here today to welcome you to enter the Poserverse. Welcome to what feels like the almost weekly unboxing of absolute fire things that I picked up from the homie, Sin City Venom comics. So to see what kind of deals y'all are missing out on whatnot, y'all check it out after this.
You've got mail.
I picked these up from Sin City's auction before he was finally made an honest man and somebody decided that they wanted to marry him. Although, I think he said they've been together for like 10 years. So, you're basically common law married at that point, my dog. But I'm still jealous that you got what I'm assuming is a beautiful wedding in San Diego. And still, not one, but two Filipino restaurants is what catered the wedding. Y'all can see how fat I am, so you can know how yummy that sounds in my tummy. So this haul has a handful, I think 3 slabs, and then a couple of raw books. And you can see how beautifully it is all packaged. We've got 4 bubble mailers in here, all separated by cardboard. 5 bubble mailers, which means I got in trouble. But I'm guessing that, oh, there's a slab, that you see a handful of slabs and then some raw books. And I think I bid on this while my daughter was at her first gymnastics class ever, which shows you that I am definitely in the running for Father of the Year. But definitely congratulations on getting married, brother. Welcome to the club. Now you have to have an irresponsible number of children, so you have to worry about the zone defense on the losing end and not going man-to-man. So, slab number 1 is X Factor number 10. It's the Pride Month variant. So definitely excited to have a North Star cover. That X Factor has always been one of the series that I've enjoyed the most. That X-Force, X Factor, and Uncanny are my go-to X-Men. This is one I forgot I picked up. So I've more and more recently been falling in love with kaiju stories. And one of the ones that I really enjoyed from last year was Ultra Mega from Image Skybound. So this is the variant cover for Ultra Mega number 4. It's Paul Pope is the artist on that one. This is one that I mentioned that I was looking at a couple of times in the chat, and this is something that I eventually talked myself into it, especially when Sin was like, you know, I'll knock the price down a couple of bucks if you're looking at it. It's like, okay, twist my arm, sell me harder. This is Immortal Hulk number 50. And while I wasn't a huge Immortal Hulk reader, I'm enjoying the Hulk a little bit more and reading back into some of the Immortal Hulk run and previous Hulk runs as I'm enjoying what Cates is doing on it now. But this is an homage cover to Incredible Hulk 307 and its legacy number 767. And I like that you get the signature down in the like the barcode, the newsstand or direct edition area. And then the last slab is something that I picked up, and I think I almost would have, I think I might have actually gotten it at the price if I would have graded it myself. And this is not the first time I've mentioned that I've used Sin in his auction to take the lazy cheap bastard way out. But I've enjoyed white as much as I enjoyed black. So from Black Mask Comics, this is white number 1 at a CGC 9.8. This is the second printing And I still have, I think it's 2 copies of the first printing that I will eventually send in, and then probably keep a first and a second in my collection. And then in this last box, CB, ooh, I got some DNA on there that I may be able to, in Poser Labs, clone me a Sin, and we'll see if my Sin clone will still get married and invite me to a wedding that's catered by 2 Filipino restaurants. So in here, again, packaged in a bubble mailer, then in a priority mailer, and then still lovingly taped, super tight, which, again, Sin makes me embarrassed in how lazy I am with some of my comic book packing. And maybe that's why he's sells infinitely more on Whatnot than I do, but he also has way more bangers than I do. So here are the raw books I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a series that people told me they thought I would like to get into, especially as I'm enjoying a little bit more Wonder Woman. We've got the B cover for Trial of the Amazons #1, which pretty cool cover. I'm ready to check that out, although I think there are like 4 or 5 titles that I'm not pulling I need to get into. The second one, this is a cover I absolutely missed out on, a series that I think is absolutely killer. But you've got the X Deaths of Wolverine #1. And then the last one is a series that surprised me in terms of how much I thought I liked it. That when issue #1 came out a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't sure how much I would love it because I don't have a prior history with loving a lot of Ghost Rider. But this is Ghost Rider #1. It's a David Nakayama variant, but it is an exclusive to both Unknown Comics and to Whatnot. And I felt like, as somebody who, has sold on Whatnot, this is a book that, if I love David Nakayama covers, I'm getting more and more and more into Ghost Rider. And I like most of the variants that Unknown Comics gets thrown together, that I most definitely want to pick one up, and I can get the pipe dream of setting it here on top of a slab and it looks like it perfectly blends in, where you can be like, look, this puppy's a 9.8. And I think that's pretty close to the actual grade on it, because Sin doesn't send out crappy books. And if he does, he lets you know that they're beaten and weathered down in a reader copy. And I'm okay with that, because I don't give a shit about grades at the end of the day. So let me know what you think about these silly pickups from Sin City Venom Comics, who's part of Minty Mondays on Whatnot. Send him some love in the comments down below. And as always, y'all, thanks for stopping by. And have a good one.
You've got mail.